A fire occurred in the premises of Sunbright Traders. In this problem, or in this case, the problem is that we have to find out undervalued stock, overvalued stock. Then we have to continue with the same steps. And I have highlighted important information and segregated differently. This is the present year, previous year data, and which is not highlighted is the current year data, which is from beginning of year to the date of fire. So this information we have to mark it, which are important as per the question. Now let's calculate here. The gross profit is given. No, then we have to calculate previous year trading account. So for that, previous year data will collect opening stock is equals to year. Before going to filling the data, before that, let's see this important information given here. There was a practice in the concern to value stock at the cost minus 10%, but all of a sudden this practice was changed and the stock on 31st March 2024 was valued at cost plus 10%, which means first this is the end. At the end of the year the policy was signed, but the beginning balance is calculated on stock at cost minus 10%, which is opening balance is calculated as undervalued, which is if stock is 100 rupees, it is calculated for 90 rupees, which means 100 minus 10. And stock value is stock on 1st April 2024 is 2,28,000. 2,88,000 or 28? 88,000. 2,88,000, which is equals to 2,88,000. 2,88,000 divided by 90 into 100. 3,20,000 purchases. And let's complete the closing stock also. 31st March 2024, the practice was changed as stock plus 10%. Amount is 4,84,000, which is overvalued by 10%. If the stock is 100%, then is valued at plus 10%. And the value is to 4,84,000. 4,84,000. And how it is calculated? Closing stock is equals to 4,84,000. 4,84,000 divided by 100 plus 10 is 110 into 100. Have to convert the same into normal 100%. So into 100, which is 4,40,000. 4,40,000. Next information, purchases. Purchases is 18,76,000. So 18,76,000 and sales is 4,80,000. Sales is 4,80,000. 4,80,000. 4,80,000 sales. Then wages paid during 2023 to 24 is 2 lakhs. Wages is 2 lakhs. And fire also broke out on 31st March 2024 and destroyed stock of estimated cost is 1 lakh, which has to be credited. 1 lakh. Why it is credited? It is not sold, it is destroyed by the fire. Then, any information? right, is equals to calculate credit side and also calculate debit side. Is there any? Oh, sales is 23 lakh. Sales is 23 lakh. Yeah, sales is 23 lakh 20,000. 23 lakh 20,000. Small correction. Okay, is equals to total minus so all this. This is the gross profit. Is equals to the difference is the gross profit 4 lakh 64,000. Then we got gross profit amount. Let's calculate the percentage. Gross profit is equals to 4 lakh 64,000. Gross profit is equals to 4 lakh 64,000. The percentage is 20%. Now let's calculate the memorandum trading account. Last year closing balance will be the opening balance for the next year. Purchases will stop. Still the date of fire is 3 lakh 64,000. 3 lakh 64,000. Sales is 4 lakh 80,000. 4 lakh 80,000. Then wages. Wages is 36,000. 36,000. Gross profit is equals to sales. Sales into 20%. Sales into 20%, which is 96,000. Then any information is given. Everything is done. Check it out once. Done. Now let's balance the accounts. Let's balance the account is equals to total minus sales, which means balance will be the closing stock. Okay, done. Then 4 lakh 56,000 is the closing stock on the date of fire. Stock on the date of fire is 4 lakh 56,000. Salvage. Now let this is the we got the closing stock on the date of fire through preparing memorandum trading account. Now let's calculate actual loss. For that information, we need stock on the date of fire, which is already mentioned, and the salvage minus salvage is 56,000 was the salvage amount. 56,000. 56,000 is the salvage. Is there any fire extinguishing expenses? No. No. Let's information is not given, so 0 is equals to stock on the date of fire minus salvage plus fire extinguishing expenses is the amount of actual loss. Now we got stock on the date of fire and actual loss. amount of actual loss. Now let's calculate amount of climb. Now first before calculating amount of climb, we have to check the criteria. Insurance is underinsured or fully insured. Now what is the insurance amount? Insurance policy is taken for 3 lakh here. Fire insurance policy for 3 lakh 42,000. Fire insurance policy is 3 lakh 42,000. Then we can calculate amount of claim is equals to policy amount divided by stock on the date of fire into actual loss. Here 3 lakh 42,000 is the amount policy amount divided by stock on the date of fire is 4 lakh 56,000 into actual loss is 4 lakh, which comes to 3 lakhs. This is how we can calculate actual loss when actual loss and amount of claim when stock is undervalued and overvalued.